back to the podcast. And today is we're gonna do really actually pretty eventful actually. It is the February Power Rankings, and of course I forgot to update the title again because why would I ever remember to update it? Okay. February Power not tight. I didn't mean to put on caps lock. Not turning off cap lock. I didn't click it. Power. Four exclamation points. This is so cool. Alright, save. Alright, we're good now. We're good. So, my mic turned off during my pre-recorded podcast, and that reminds me, I pre-recorded my podcast. I literally just got done pre-recording tomorrow's podcast episode. It won't be here tomorrow, so I pre-recorded that. That's scheduled to go live at 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. So yeah. So as soon as that time hits, it'll go live on YouTube. I'll post on my Facebook page. It's 6:30 exactly. I literally already have it scheduled to go live at that time. So yeah, it was already. You're gonna have to see what I did for that. But I also have a big hot take in that video when I was talking about my predictions for Saturday's NHL games. For the Washington and Tampa Bay Lightning game, I had a hot take that I said, but I'm going to explain it more on NHL Monday that I said that too on there, but you're going to have to see what the hot take is also tomorrow. I can't spoil it. It's not something huge hot take, but it's a pretty big hot take. A lot of people probably disagree with that, but yeah, it's for the playoffs this season. So yeah. I mean, I probably just spoiled it. I could have just spoiled it by telling you. But yeah, you're getting that. You get that. But yeah, we're gonna review today's USHL game, yesterday's NHL 3 NHL games, and then it's February Power Rankings. And so yeah, get into it. First, I got a few shout out to do. Go ahead. Follow my all my social medias, right? X, the Intermission Podcast. I repost things on there all the time. Facebook's the only place you get my daily NHL and USHL predictions, and only time, right before I go live, at least turn notifications. Definitely should do. But yeah, my Twitch Discord, my Spotify, my website, my Instagram, my TikTok, a USHL discussion Facebook group with 5.2 thousand USHL fans that I made myself. Saints for Life group with about 1,000 big fans, Saints fans, other USHL on their Facebook group. I did not make that. Yeah. About paragraph and a half of who I am, another about paragraph of how to contact me if you have any comment, question, concerns. All that is in the description of this podcast episode and previous ones. Go ahead, check out the description of this podcast episode if you haven't already. And so yeah, it definitely has a lot of good stuff there. So yeah, hopefully my mic doesn't quit out on me because I'm gonna have to do what I did for pre-record podcast episode. If it ever does, I'm gonna have to switch over to my computer mic. But yeah, it seems to be working so far. I have OBS Studio open on my monitor, tracking it because if it ever says it doesn't catch any audio, I have to turn my computer mic. My computer mic is actually pretty decent for a computer mic. It's actually pretty good for a computer mic, but not as good as my microphone. Not as clear, not as good, less scratchy. It's actually more scratchy for my computer mic. But yeah, it definitely works. It's pretty good. You can hear me clear, relatively clear. So yeah, it's good. It works. It's always a backup option, but my mic is preferred. But yeah, it's working so far. But let's get into it before it does stop working. If it does, the Green Bay Gamblers travel to Youngstown and they fall to Youngstown 3-1, to 25-26 in favor of Green Bay. Green Bay played a very good game to Youngstown. Green Bay won 1-for-6 in the power play. Youngstown 1-for-2 in the power play. Youngstown did good in the power play, but Will Zellers got the lone goal. Of course, it was the Green Bay Gamblers power play goal. But the fact that Green Bay only went 17 or 18%, whatever it was, on the power play is ridiculously good penalty killing from Youngstown. You don't ever see that. I thought most of the time Green Bay scores 3 of them, maybe even 4 of them. That's how good they are in the power play. But today they only scored 1-for-6. They don't usually do that. Youngstown got away with a lucky one there. You're just really, really good skill. I don't know if I was lucky or just skillful. I don't know, but either way, Youngstown got the 2 points. That's all that matters for Youngstown. They play Green Bay on Friday and Saturday, so let's see if Green Bay can bounce back. Youngstown just gonna keep beating them. We'll have to see how that happens. But yeah, that was a very good game. I predicted that to be a good game, and it was a very good game. Very, very good game. But yeah, let's review yesterday's 3 NHL games, starting with the Jets and the Senators. Cole Perfetti, 12th goal of the season by Nick Ehlers. 7:46 in the first period, opens the scoring. Nate Appleton, 8th goal of the season, gets credit for his Senators' goal that they put in their own net. Unassisted 9:03 in the first period. Kyle Connor, 31st goal of the season, but gave Velarde and Dylan DeMilo. 8:04 in the second period, 3-0 Winnipeg leads. Thomas Chabot, 5th goal of the season, by Tim Stützle. Tim Stützle, 41 assists. I didn't even know that. 8:53 in the second period. Mark Scheifele, 33rd goal of the season, empty net by Kyle Connor. 17:04 in the third period. 23 saves, 24 shots by Connor Hellebuyck. Connor Hellebuyck just doing Connor Hellebuyck things. 35 saves, 38 shots against for Linus Ullmark. He has a great game. But the Jets are on an 11-game win streak. The Predators beat them today and ended that 11-game win streak today in Nashville. But yeah, at this point, after yesterday, they're on an 11-game win streak and they're looking like the nastiest team in the NHL. And one check on the Devils. Arturi Lehkonen, 24th goal seen by Marty Nietzsche and McKinnon, 8:54 in the first period. Opens the scoring. He gets lost in front of the net. He pots it home on his backhand. The Devils defense just loses him. McKinnon, 22nd goal season power play goal by Marty Nietzsche and Cale Makar, 2:57 in the third period. Nietzsche gets the second assist on the night. McKinnon scores. Jack Hughes, 27th goal season by Luke Hughes, his brother. 8:24 in the third period. Brings it back within 1. Nathan McKinnon, 23rd goal season power per goal. His second goal of the night by McCart and Marty Nietzsche. 14:14 in the third period. Nietzsche continued to be great for the Avalanche, third assist of the night. Casey Middlesex, 10th goal season by Durant and Colton. 16:40 in the third period. I've been impressed with Casey Middlesex. He just hasn't been scoring a lot. He should be scoring a lot more than he is, because he's been playing like he deserves to be, but he hasn't been getting the results. And Logan O'Connell's 7th goal season is Parker Kelly Miles Wood, 18:18 in the third period. 22 saves, 23 shots against Mackenzie Blackwood, who continues to be phenomenal against the Devils. Avalanche outplayed the Devils pretty heavily at home, and they deserve to get those 2 points on Friday night in Colorado. By the way, I forgot to mention for that Nathan McKinnon goal, he batted that in. That was beautiful. It bounced off the bottom of the boards, off the net, up tie, and then he hit like a baseball swing type of swing right there, and basically hit a home run right in the back of the net. So yeah, Nathan McKinnon doing stuff. Avalanche pick up huge 2 points today, try to climb over the Wild in the third central spot to get a divisional seed in the playoffs. As the Devils are just trying to buy a win, they can't seem to buy it. Canucks take on the Kings in Los Angeles. Los Angeles is one of, if not the best home teams in the entire NHL this season. Quinn Hughes returns for the Canucks. Nils Höglander, 5th goal season by Forbort. I don't know why I can't ever say that name. I don't know. 9:56 in the first period. Connor Garland, 15th goal season power goal by Heedle and Dakota Joshua, 13:07 in the second period. Entering Kemp by 26th goal season by Gavrikov and Byfield, 9:16 in the third period. He continues to be one of the most underrated players in the NHL, by the way. 1 field goal, 16th goal season by Spence and Mulvery, something like that. 14:01 in the third period. As game it goes overtime, and in overtime, Connor Garland gets his second of the night, 10th of the season, 16th of the season, by Quinn Hughes, the returning Quinn Hughes, and Philip Heedle with 34 seconds left in OT. 24-7, 26 shots against for, I believe, Kevin Lankin. Yeah, Kevin Lankin, because he lost play today because that's what I'm. Yeah, the Canucks only get 17 shots in goal, but they score on 3 of them, and yeah, they're opportunistic. They didn't play their best game, but they got the 2 points, what the Canucks desperately need right now, as the Flames are starting to pick up heat, no pun intended. And the Canucks need to keep that second wildcard spot there. But yeah, so let's get into the power ranking. This was made today, literally made like right before I pre-recorded last podcast episode, and this podcast episode was recorded right after I pre-recorded last podcast episode, literally directly after, and then that was right after I made this list. Did you get that? Okay, I hope you got that. But yeah, this is a USHL February power rankings first, and then we're gonna go to the NHL February. Yeah, let's get into it. The number 16 in the USHL, I kind of spoiled number 15. But yeah, number 16 is the Omaha Lancers. The Omaha Lancers are the Omaha Lancers, to be honest. Yeah, they're on like a 27 or 28 game losing streak. Yes. Omaha Lancers owner literally said that he wants his team to get last place so he gets a tax cut. And his team, he had his kid playing on the first line, and he traded away literally every single good player on his team so he can get tax cut because he can get a last place. Yeah, so I feel bad for Omaha. Team USA is 15. Team USA U18 is basically an all-star team. It's like 15-3 in the USHL or something like that. Absolutely crazy. But U17s, which is what I'm ranking here, and that's what plays in the playoffs. If they make the playoffs and plays basically every USHL game for the Team USA. Yeah, we're counting the U17s here because that's what really matters. In the USHL wise, yeah, they're 15. They're not very good. They're down 1 from last week. I go Steel, taking over Team USA spot. Let me get rid of that space. But yeah, Chicago Steel, they haven't really done anything to go up with USA, but USA just kind of went down. Up. Des Moines Buccaneers. Des Moines. Yeah, Buccaneer. That's not how you spell that, but oh my god, it's near how you spell that. It looks. Wait, did I spell that right? It's not autocorrecting, so it is what it is. If I actually spelled that right, that's kind of fun. But yeah, Buccaneers really doing pretty good right now. That's what non-USA. They're like 2. They're like what 2-8, 2-7-1 in the last 10 or something like that, and like they're so close to being able to get that last playoff spot of the West. But I feel like they're trying not to get a playoff spot. Like, I don't want a playoff spot. That's what I'm convinced, because they keep losing games every time they try to. But Tri-City holding on desperately to that last Western Conference wildcard spot right now. Not wildcard spot, but Western Conference playoff spot in general, the 6th seed. Over Des Moines hanging on for dear life for that spot, and they're kind of holding on good right. Well, they're not holding on good, but Des Moines just not grabbing it when they should. 11 and Cedar Rapids are up 1 spot. I'm actually been kind of impressed with Cedar Rapids. They've not been like good, but they've been better than what they've been before that. So they're keeping their playoff spot pretty safe right now. Then Green Bay Gamblers, they've been inconsistent. I've seen them show really good spots. So, like, that's a really, really, really good team. I've also seen them play like, yeah, that team's not making the playoffs. Obviously, they're making the playoffs, but like, they've shown concerns, but they've shown really flashes. It's a really good team. So we're gonna see what type of Green Bay Gamblers we get come playoff time. Number 9, the Fargo Force. They just don't have much offense. They're great defensively. They have great goaltending, but they just don't have offense. They don't. Like, I've seen them have good offensive games. Every team has good offensive games besides if your name's Omaha Lancers. But, sorry, Omaha. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm like, that wasn't even, like, a shot at you because I don't like you. That just shot at you because it's straight facts. Like, I'm sorry. But, yeah. Did somebody chat yet? Because I have to have OBS Studio open. Yeah, they did. Who was it? It was Doug. Hello, Doug. So yeah. Yeah, Fargo Force are right here because they don't have any offense. Fargo, no forceful offense. That does not sound right, but it works. Sioux City Musketeers are down 2 spots, not because they haven't really been playing bad, just because other teams kind of overtook them. They haven't been playing good enough to really keep the spot up in the number 6 seed, but they're number 8. They haven't been playing bad. It's actually been pretty good at this level. Waterloo's up 2 spots. This is one of the teams that moved Fargo and Sioux City down. Waterloo's been playing phenomenal over the past month. Really overtook that number 3 in the West spot and trying to create some separation between number 3 and number 4 in the West right now. Trying to play the number 6 seed of Tri-City Storm. Yeah, it might be Des Moines, but Tri-City is right now in the playoffs. So they'd rather play Tri-City than Sioux City Fargo. Number 6 in Muskegon, they're down 2 spots because 2 other Eastern Conference teams overtook them. Not only in these power rankings, but in the Eastern Conference standings in general. So they have Muskegon's number 4 in the East right now. Really, really tight race for the top 4 of the East right now. Number 5, one of those Eastern Conference teams that overtook them is Youngstown. They won number 5 last week, but Muskegon moved down because Waterloo moved up. And another team that's right above Youngstown also moved up in Madison. They went up 3 spots, so they forced Muskegon to move down 2 spots. So Youngstown could stay where they are, and Madison could move up 3 spots. Youngstown's been on an absolute heater, and so have Madison. I think they play each other next week, which is going to be absolute ridiculous mayhem. Like, this team's number 2 and 3 in the East respectively because Madison's been absolutely tearing up the USHL in the last month, and honestly, so has Youngstown. So yeah, it's gonna be a battle of which team is on a better win streak right now. Which team's hotter right now. So yeah, we'll have to see what that happens next week. But right now, the current situation we are right now, that's where it is right now. Number 3 is Sioux Falls Stampede. They're only down 1 just because there's another team. In their same conference that kind of overtook them. That makes sense. Number 2, the Big Fun Saints are also down 1 because the team that's number 1 right now kind of overtook everybody in dominating fashion. As Lincoln Stars up 2 spots. They won like a 12-game win streak throughout this month, and then just been absolutely dominating this entire month. Took over the Western Conference and the entire league by storm, and so yeah, I'm not the Tri-City Storm. They're not really doing much. They're actually taking over the basement of the league right now. They're in the playoff spot, so I can't really say that. But yeah, that's it. Just kidding. The NHL power rankings left. You thought, buddy. Well, you can't look at that. You can't. You can't look at that. 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 I'm kidding. You can, but for the people that didn't spoil the top 8 for themselves, if you didn't, do not rewind it because that's cheating. But yeah, you saw the top 8. I didn't, but it's fine. Happened to the best of us, right? You can't see anything, right? What you're seeing is absolutely nothing. Okay, we're back. Yeah, here's the NHL Power Rankings. It was also made the same time the USHL Power Rankings was. So yeah, get into it. 32 San Jose. They didn't move just in the number 32 spot like permanently. Like we should rename the last spot in the NHL to the San Jose Sharks spot. Because yeah, they basically own that spot for the past year. Actually, about past 2 years after this year. Assuming they stay in it for the rest of the year, which is very likely. Chicago Blackhawks are also number 31. The number second last in the entire NHL should become the Chicago Blackhawks. And as a Chicago Blackhawks fan, I hate to see that. But it's true. Yeah. Number 30, Pittsburgh Penguins. They went down 3 spots just because the other 3 teams ahead of them right now got at least one huge win. Recently, like out of the 4 Nations face-off break. But like, yeah. So Penguins just kind of down here. They did pick up a huge win over the Flyers, but it's the Flyers. Flyers are a pretty decent team, but not compared to the teams that the other teams beat. Number 29 is the Kraken. They upset the Panthers. That's why I put them up once over the Penguins. They did move down 1 spot because the other teams picked up either more impressive wins or more of them, more wins in general. But yeah, the Kraken moved up over the Penguins because of that Panthers win, and they look pretty decent besides that Blues game. The Sabres up 2 spots because we all know Sabres, after the 20 points aside a playoff spot, decided to turn into the 2023 regular season Boston Bruins. So I predicted the Big Fun Saints are going to get hot into the playoff thought. Oh, you know what? After the Big Fun Saints saying that's a great idea, Doug. I like that idea. I like that idea a lot. But yeah, it's the Sabres because when they're 20 points outside a playoff spot, the Sabres decided to play like 2023 regular season, not playoff, regular season Boston Bruins, and turn into the greatest team of all time, and just start winning. So they won recently. They came back against the Ducks, and so yeah, the 2023 regular season Boston Bruins. Nashville Predators up 1 spot because they just beat Winnipeg Jets to an 11-game win streak. Yes, Eric Comrie's playing. He had 28 saves. Definitely not his fault at all. And the main problem was the Jets were in the second half of back-to-back, which is very hard to do in hockey. But Jets picked up the Predators picked up a win. Very impressive. The Predators moved them up 1 spot just because of that win alone. Yeah. Anaheim Ducks are down 1 spot because they did lose to the Sabres, but they were just beating the Canucks when I started pre-recording last podcast episode. I gotta check that game. Blackhawks almost made a comeback. They only lost 7-5. It was 6-3 just before. Dang, they brought it within 1 goal. But yeah, that's not what game I was meant to look. The Ducks smacked the Canucks 5-2. They scored 5 unanswered goals. What's going on with the Canucks? Flames about to make the playoffs over there. They might. The Ducks might even make the playoffs. I don't think they will, but it's not impossible. But yeah, I would probably change that around knowing the Ducks won, but still, not excluding that game because that game wasn't over when I made this. Ducks have been playing they're pretty decent, very good for their standards, but pretty decent recently. The Flyers are number 25, down from 3 spots. They're just not picking up wins. They did pick up a huge win over the Penguins, like 6-1, I think it was. But besides that, they haven't really been winning that much. Hockey Club only down 1 spot. The Hockey Club have been playing really good as of late. Clayton Keller just got a 5-point performance today, but this was before tonight's game was officially over, so I didn't include that. But yeah, the Hockey Club have been playing great. Islanders down 3 spots. They haven't really been winning games. They did win against the Bruins, but they did got outplayed. Sorokin made 37 38 saves. He shouldn't have to do that to win, but he did, and they won, but not very good in the one win they did get. Canadians down 3 spots. They have been playing pretty good as of late. They did shut out the Hurricanes, which is impressive, but before that, it wasn't looking very good for the Canadians. The Blues are up 3 spots because they smacked the Kraken 7-2, and then they turned around and beat the Capitals today. And I included that game because that game was over when I was making it. So yeah, the Blues are very pretty hot right now. Boston Bruins are down 2 spots because they haven't been playing very impressive. If they want to make a wild card spot out of the East, they need to win more games, especially when they're outplaying teams like the Islanders. They need to win those games. Rangers are down 3 spots. They've been hit or miss, so yeah, they're down 3 spots. Blue Jackets are down only 1. They did pick up a huge 5-2 win over the Red Wings today, but not enough to really move them up. Senators are down 4 spots. They have been losing a few games as of late, but I think they'll be fine. Themselves in the playoffs. 16 is going to be the Flames. They're down 2 spots from last week. The Flames are getting a little bit shaky there. Then now they're starting to pick up heat. No pun intended. Yeah, the Red Wings up 5. They were a bit of a heater there. They did lose today. That does suck, but they're still 5 spots. Vancouver Canucks up 1 because, again, I didn't include the Ducks game from today. And I came off like, you know what? They played so much better with Quinn Hughes and picked up a really impressive road win versus one of, if not the best home team in the entire NHL this season, the Kings. Very impressive. We know they play better with Quinn Hughes. I'm gonna put them at 14, but yeah, they lost. Yeah, I'll definitely put them down if I did this after the game. Devils can't buy a win as of late, so putting them 13 is very generous for me. Lucky number 13, so maybe that could turn around the season. But yeah, they've been not that season, but the last month on. That's why they're down 4 spots. They're worried. The Colorado Avalanche only down 1 spot because they lost to the Blues, which I thought was very impressive for the Blues. Forgot to mention that when I was talking about the Blues. But yeah, the Avalanche lost to the Blues. They did just beat the Devils 5-2 yesterday. 5-1. It's 5-1. Very impressive one for them. So yeah, Avalanche number 12. Kings are number 11. They're one of, if not the best home teams in the entire NHL, picking up a couple of huge wins. They did lose in overtime to the Canucks yesterday. 2 days ago. It was yesterday, I think. Yeah. I just reviewed that game. Yeah, the Kings are right there. 10, the Edmonton Oilers are down 8 spots. Yeah, that's how bad it is. Actually, they're down 7 spots. They're down 7 spots. But still, they're down 7 spots. It's a big loser of the month. They're on 5-game losing streak as of late, coming out of the 4 Nations face-off break. So yeah, I think they're already on 2-game losing streak heading into coming out of the 4 Nations face-off break, and they're 3-game losing streak. Listen, Hurricanes are the second biggest loser, down 6. They are not down 6 spots. They were not number 3 last week. What? They were 8 last week. Last month. I'm checking on my phone. I know they were not number 3. I promise you that. They were number 6 last week. They'll be down 3. But yeah. The Hurricanes have been kind of losing games. They need to win. They lost to the Canadiens. They got shut out by the Canadiens. That really did not help. Yeah, I think that they'll be fine. We know they'll be fine. Wild saying that's where they at, number 8. They've been winning games. Really, they're not convincingly enough where it really catches people's eyes, but they're secretly I don't know. I wouldn't say secretly, but honestly, lack of a better term, secretly winning games. Under everybody's radar, they're just winning. Yeah, we'll see with the Wild here though. But they're number 7. Lightning are 5 right now. They were hot coming in out of the 4 Nations face-off break, and they've been hot since then. Huge wins. 6, the Florida Panthers. Second in the Atlantic. The Lightning was number 3 in the Atlantic. Florida's number 2 in the Atlantic. They're up 1 spot just above the interstate rival. They've been playing great. And number 1 in the Atlantic, so back to back Atlantic Division teams. You got the Leafs cracking the top 5. They've been playing great, winning the Atlantic Division as of now. For the Vegas Golden Knights, they've been winning quite a bit of games, taking advantage of the Oilers' losing streak. So yeah, they're number 1 in the Pacific right now. Number 3 is the Dallas Stars. They're number 2 in the Central Division. So like, why do you have number 2 in the Central above 2 division winners right now? Your division leaders right now, because the division leader in their division is the best team in the NHL. That kind of spoiled it. But yeah, number 2, Washington Capitals, losing to the Flames and the Blues. It sucks. That's why they're not number 1, but not bad enough to move them down any further. But the reason why Dallas Stars is number 3 and they're not leading the division is because the team that is leading the division is number 1 in the entire league and just came off 11-game winning streak before they lost today. But yeah, it's the Winnipeg Jets, best goalie in the league. 2, honestly, probably gonna be 40+ goal scorers by the end of the year. Great depth, great defense so far this season. Just great all around team. Also, I got my prediction for tomorrow's NHL and USHL games, and then we're gonna skedaddle. I have the Leafs defeating the Rangers. Dang it. No, I can't do it. Okay. So yeah, I have the Leafs defeating the Rangers. I think the Rangers are slumping right now. They've kind of been in a slump all year, but that's different. Besides the first 15 games, they've been in a slump all season. But yeah, the Leafs are going to continue March for hopefully the Atlantic Division title hopefully for them. I don't care, but yeah, Dallas defeating the Kings. It's in Dallas this time. I know Dallas is a very good home team. LA is not the greatest on the road, so I'm gonna take Dallas here. Colorado's gonna defeat Minnesota. Minnesota got their number last time. It's in Colorado. I believe it's in Colorado. Wait, if it's in Colorado, it's actually not good for the Avalanche. Ridiculous. It would not be good. It's in Colorado. I don't know. It's gonna be pretty tough, but I'm gonna take the Avalanche in a bit of an upset. Is that an upset? I'm not sure. But yeah. And then the USHL games predictions. USA U17 is defeating Omaha because everybody's defeating Omaha in the last 27 games. Literally. Green Bay defeats Youngstown. I think that's a bit of an upset. I do have Youngstown beating them on Saturday, but tomorrow I'm gonna have them evening up the series this weekend between them. Bit of an upset. Muskegon defeating CR. Sioux Falls defeating Des Moines. Des Moines has been in a slump as of the last probably month or so. Sioux Falls is trying to catch Lincoln, so I think Lincoln will take advantage of the slumping Des Moines. Dubuque defeats Chicago on the road. I think Dubuque will really be hungry for this win, and Chicago, and they're a better team than Chicago when they play their best. They're gonna get the W. Madison defeats U18. That's a phenomenal game. U18 is like 15-3, something like that in the USHL, basically an all-star team. Compared to Madison, who's been one of, if not probably the second hottest team in the entire USHL. A little bit above Youngstown, but just below Lincoln. Sioux City defeating Tri-City. So yeah, I just think Sioux City is going to get the better of them this time. And speaking of Lincoln, you got Lincoln defeating Fargo. Lincoln's a better all-around team than Fargo with a significantly better offense. So yeah, that's going to do it for today's podcast episode. Hope you enjoy. Have a great night. Watch live watchers after live at night. Look at morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time you're watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Follow this podcast if you haven't already. Follow us on Spotify. Like the video if you haven't already. Turn the notification channel if you haven't already. And yeah, hope you enjoyed today's season episode 26 of season 9. I'll see. Well, you guys will see me tomorrow, but I won't actually be recording one until Saturday. So yeah, I will personally be seeing you